inside Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go, and today's starter, Zach Eflin.
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. He doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
All right, ready to get underway. And now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
Dominic Fletcher.
On the ground, Loud. 1 up, 1 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. The challenge for him today, Singy, elevating the baseball against this sinker baller that's on the mound.
Yeah, that's the challenge, but it also might affect the way they approach base running in this one, Boog. You get a runner on first, you anticipate trajectory down, and when the ball's in the dirt with a good secondary lead, you break for second. So whether it's a stolen base or not, you stay out of the double play, get that runner in a scoring position, and that can help you put more runs on the board.
BID, ball in dirt. The wind to kick the pitch. Back to the mound. He's got it. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Luis Ariz stands in. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And now Luis Robert. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 4 of the ALCS. That one the other way, brings it in for the 3rd out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. And we're back. And on the mound today, Kyle Wright. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And stepping in for the Rays, Josh Lowe. Fouled off to the right. Ripped on a line. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. So digging in, Randy Arozarena. The wind of the pitch. That's a strike, and now 2-2.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Right side, Vaughn. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting third, the catcher,
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Two outs. So now 1-2.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push runs across as often as possible.
Righty to the plate. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. First frame of the night behind us, and it's 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here's the veteran DH, Alex Verdugo. On the ground, right side. Lau sends it to first. 1 out in the second. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. 1 out, bases empty. Up the middle, and that one handled. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And the righty deals. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. A solo shot. That's his 3rd home run of the series. It's 1-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
2 outs, nobody on. Colson Montgomery now at the plate. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Lau sends it to first. 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes.
You know, as a player, you hear all the time about flushing a bad game and moving on. That's never more important than in the postseason. If you lose this game, you can't let it affect the rest of the series.
The 2-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's 1-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
Lau at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 4. Stays alive. The punch out there, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Carson Williams next to hit for the Rays. One down, base is empty. Tied up here in the early going. Swings through it for the K. Had him way out front of the slur.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's going to be Junior Caminero. Two down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. All even now at 1-1. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Back now in Tampa Bay, Francisco Mejia coming up to hit.
Francisco Mejia.
To the right side. Throws to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Dominic Fletcher. One down, base is empty. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now Yoan Moncada. Two outs. In the air out to center. Brings it in, and that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. As we go to the last of the third. Now up for Tampa Bay, Xavier Isaac. Swing and a ball popped up. Vaughn under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting ninth, the center fielder,
Jose Siri next to hit for the Rays. And a pitch. Swings here and blasts one left field. And it's off the wall. Now he'll turn for second, and that's a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Good pitch, hard and inside, but he showed off some quick hands, got the barrel to it, and was able to yank it into the outfield.
Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Left-hand hitter waits. This to center field. Robert on the move. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
now batting, left fielder, Randy
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Randy Arozarena.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Kicks and deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. No runs, one hit, a double, no errors, and one man left. 3 innings in the books here in game 4. All tied 1-1. Fourth game of the ALCS. And now it's going to be Luis Arias. 2-2 down. Well struck right field. Low drop step going back. Leaps at the wall but can't haul it in. And that's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well.
Go-ahead run on base. Luis Robert steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1-1 now. In the air, right side of the infield. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and makes the grab. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Alex.
Here's Alex Verdugo. The rise over at second, one down. Smoked on the ground a second. Gathers and throws to first. And Verdugo is set down.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. 2 outs. Bounced out to short. Williams fires across the diamond. That's the 3rd out. The White Sox lead 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Ready to go,
And
bottom
leading
4.
up for the
And here's the
Rays,
catcher, Ryan
the catcher,
Jeffers.
Ryan Jeffers.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
2 strikes.
In the air to left center, Varsho sizing this one up, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
And stepping in for the Rays, Isaac Paredes.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
And that one fouled off. And that's outside. The count now 2-2.
It's a good take.
Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the pitch. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
The batter, number 8.
So 2 down now, and here is Brandon Lowe.
Wow.
The wind and the pitch. And now 2-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Out to center. Robert makes the catch, and that'll do it. Fifth inning coming up. Tied at 1. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Here's a 1-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Base hit center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Now it's the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Eflin a move to first.
No, he's safe.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Smoked into left field, base hit. Rosarena gets it in, and it's now first and second to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Mejia. The pitch. And a count 1-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Loud toss to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Back to the top of the lineup, and next to hit for the Sox, Dominic Fletcher. Bounced up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Aimed to score from third. It's 2-1.
Now batting, third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
2 outs, runner on first. Here is Yohan Moncada. Eflin a move to first, and he's back in easily. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
So first and second with 2 outs. To the right side, and that chance handled in plenty of time to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Carson Williams. Right through there for a strike. Ripped on the ground to second. Arise onto first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Junior Caminero getting ready to hit.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That's towards center. Robert makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman.
So up next, Xavier Isaac. Hit hard on the ground to short. Zips it across. That's out number 3. Down in order go the Rays. And our score remains 2-1. Back here at Tropicana Field, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's a big power threat. Luis Robert. Hard hit left side. And they take care of Robert for the out.
Oh, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
So now here's the DH, Alex Verdugo. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball right side. Can't glove it cleanly. Throw to first. Gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out.
How about the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. It's amazing we get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team. Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 3-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Zach Eflin done for the night, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. And the Rays, they go to the bullpen. Jeffrey Springs. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. And he hits a ground ball right side. Slings to first, and the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. The 1-1. And a foul ball. And now it's 1-2. The other way. That's a hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the right fielder.
So the batting order turns over. And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. At the belt and fires. And there's a hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Couple of singles back to back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, no outs. Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. And a count 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that is a big first out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Brian Jeffers.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Next offering is in for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
In the air, right field. Pulls it down, and there are two away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
So first and second with 2 outs. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes. And a 1-1. There's the strike. Next pitch is outside. Siri over at second. Low at first. 2 out of the inning. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So the Rays strand a pair, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Strike 2.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Francisco Mejia, the next to hit. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Williams. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
The right fielder, number 7, Dominic Fletcher.
Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Into center and a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. And they take a 3-run lead.
That's back-to-back singles for them. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knock. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Yoan Moncada with a chance to hit. And a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Boy, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Here's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. One run is in. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 6-1.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Ryan Pepio.
Number 44, Ryan Pepio.
One out, runner at second. And now the center fielder, Luis Robert. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Williams snags it for the second out.
The batter, the designated hitter, Alex Verdugo.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Alex Verdugo. And a pitch. Into center. Siri really on his horse for it. Pulls it in on the run. And that'll do it. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Eric Lauer.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And a 2-1 on the way. And it's fouled away. The lefty fires. That's to third. Sends it to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, shortstop,
Carson Williams next to hit for the Rays. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one out to right. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Junior Caminero. 2 down, nobody on. That one just misses the outside corner. And it's 2-2. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. Back, gone. That one felt good. It's 6-2.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Xavier Isaac. And another ball. The Rays down by 4 late here in game 4. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Rays with a solo shot to trim the lead. Now a 6-2 ball game. We're at the top of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
The pitch. And that one hammered low, raging back towards the wall. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. Throw back in quickly, first and second now with nobody out.
Now batting.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Montgomery.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Series sizing it up. He's got it. One away.
Now batting. Catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Mejia. Two on, one out. That one ripped. And in one hops the wall. One run is in. Now 2 runs score, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
The left-hander on now, Garrett Clevenger.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Clevenger.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Now here is Dominic Fletcher. The pitch. Line drive to short and caught. Throw to second, and they got him. Double play. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. White Sox 8, the Rays 2.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Righty delivers. And now 1 and 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. And stepping in for the Rays, Josh Lowe. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2. And here it comes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
High in the air, out to right. Fletcher under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. This one pretty well decided at this point. We're through 8 full here in game 4. White Sox 8, the Rays 2. High Tyler Alexander gets handed the rock out of the pen.
14, Tyler Alexander.
Yoan Moncada steps to the plate for the White Sox. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great two-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate. Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there is perfect.
Swings and misses. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Up next to the White Sox.
Man at first, Luis Robert steps to the plate for the White Sox. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The 1-2. To short, could be two. Steps on the bag for one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. White Sox 8, the Rays 2. Last chance for the home team. And now the catcher for the Rays, Ryan Jeffers. And that's a little bit high. And a count 2-1. This one high in the air to left center. Makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, the third baseman.
He's 2 outs away. Down the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. That one fouled off. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they cut into the deficit. It's 8-3.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now up for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lau. Now this is in the air down the line. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the shortstop, Carson.
Last chance for the Rays, Carson Williams. Next to hit for the Rays. They're down to their final strike. 1 strike away. The White Sox leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was a huge win for this team. Instead of 2-2 in the series, they're comfortably now 3-1. One more win, and they take the series.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.